Conscientiology has as its principle two realities: the consciousness, which is the ego, the self, the individuality, and the bioenergies. Within these realities, one of the pillars of research is the Holosoma, a set of vehicles for the manifestation of the consciousness. In this intraphysical dimension, these four vehicles act simultaneously together and at the same time. The first we call the soma, or physical body. The second is the Energosoma, or energy body. The third is the psychosoma, or emotional body. And the fourth, the mental soma, or mental body. In this image, we can see the four separate vehicles, and within the different areas of study of conscientiology and the personal experiences of people performing self-research, we identify one by one their characteristics, their properties, and so that we can understand their functioning, objectives, and achieve a state of balance between them. This is an entry course with the basic concepts, with 20 lessons and being 50 hours in length. It is a complete course. If you have any affinity with the concept of the Holosoma and the idea that we manifest through four different bodies in this and other dimensions, come and join this class. And for those who already know about conscientiology, you can take this time to recycle and study more. We hope to see you there.
Hello, welcome everybody. It's a pleasure to be here with you all. And it's important to mention that Consciousness and Evolution is a program from Reaprendência International to facilitate access to information regarding parapsychic phenomena, out-of-body experience, bioenergies, and so much more. Multiple lives and so many other interesting topics related to consciential self-education. If you want to know more, as we mentioned in the video, and expand these ideas, we invite you to join us in our next complete course called Fundamentals of Consciousness Evolution, starting on September the 2nd. It will be a pleasure having you there. So today, we are going to be addressing in this webinar bioenergies and vibrational state. Welcome, Tatiana Mota. It will be a pleasure having you here talking for us, explaining about such an important matter. It's important to say that Tatiana Mota lives in Australia. She has a bachelor's degree in business and a graduate diploma in teaching and higher education. And she works in the education sector. She is a polyglot, a writer, and a mentor. She has been interested in parapsychic phenomena from an early age. Tatiana has been a conscientiology volunteer for 2 decades. She is a currently volunteer and instructor at Reaprendência. Her book, called Intermissive Course, is available in English, Spanish, Portuguese, and Romanian. Wow, interesting, very interesting, Tatiana. So it is great to have you here talking about such an important matter. I am very curious to see what you are going to bring for us. So please welcome, be very welcome today.
Well, good day, everyone. It is a great pleasure to be here today with you all talking about these interesting topics, bioenergies and the vibrational state. First, I want to thank you, Fabiana, and all the Reaprendência team for making this event available. And I'll do the best to be able to explain a little more about bioenergies and these techniques that anyone can practice in the easiest way. So I'll do my best to make it, more very simple and practical. Okay. So, are we able to share the slides now? Awesome. Thank you. Yes. So we're going to be talking today about bioenergies and the vibrational state. If you have never heard about any topics in conscientiology, there is no problem at all. I'll be able to discuss some special and specific themes. And in the end, we have space for questions, so no worries about that. And what you will be learning today in this section, in this session, first, understand what bioenergies are and the impact of the energies in our day-to-day life. So we usually say that our life is energetic, but how this happens in practical ways. So we're going to be explaining this as well. The second point, understand the concept of Energosoma. So this is one of the main aspects of today's session. 3, learn what the vibrational state is, as well as practical steps to successfully apply 3 techniques for energetic balance. So this is why I say that anyone can do it, because they are really simple techniques and they will only require your willpower. So that's it. And the 4th topic, benefits of mastering the vibrational state. And I'll be discussing this as well in the end, so we can really understand why, dedicating some time to develop your energies, mastering is important. Okay. All right, guys. So let's go ahead. The first thing we always like to reinforce in these activities is the principle of disbelief. So when we talk about conscientiology, we talk about a scientific approach to study the consciousness. And this is why we always like to invite people to experiment what we are talking about. So the principle of disbelief always says that don't believe in anything, not even in what you are told here. So don't believe in what I'm telling you today, right? The idea is to experiment, have your own experiences. So make sure that whatever we discuss here today, you bring this to your own self-research, apply the techniques, see if this makes sense, if you have really practical results, and then you can say that this information was useful and was interesting and is important to you, right? So that's the idea of science, and that's what we are inviting you to do today. All right, so the first thing I wanted to talk to you about is the consciousness and the energy, especially regarding to the topic we are talking today, right? So in conscientiology, we consider in conscientiological paradigm 2 main aspects in the universe. The first one is the consciousness, which is our individuality, or ego, or self, that uniqueness that each one of us beings have. So this is what we call the consciousness, right? And the second reality that we consider are the energies. So we usually say that if in the universe, everything in the universe that is not the consciousness is energy. So everything that surrounds us, the material world, the objects, everything, the nature. So all this has energy, and obviously we have energy as well as consciousnesses, and I'm going to be discussing this later on. But when we think that everything in our world has to do with energy, we understand that we are interacting with this reality on a daily basis all the time. And this is important. This is why it is important for us to think how this interaction is happening, and how these energies of the environment, of the people around us, are impacting us in our lives. And this is why we are going to be this is what we're going to be discussing in today's session, right? Let's go ahead. So in terms of bioenergies, there are 2 aspects I want to emphasize to you today. So as you see, you can see in these images, These are all some examples of bioenergies, of energies, right? So these energies of nature are energies that have no or almost no element of information. They are like free of information. They are clear kinds of energies that you can benefit from them when you observe these energies, right? So, for example, energies of the nature, right? When you go walking around, you go hiking, for example, you see all the nature surrounding you. This is clean and clear energy that you can just observe these energies, and this will make you feel good. You make you feel energized, vitalized. So energies of the nature, energies of the sea, the waters. Usually when people go to the beach, of course, if it's not a polluted beach, if you go to a beautiful beach or waterfalls, and you feel the energy of the water and you observe the energies of the water, this will also make you feel energized, vitalized. Same thing, energies of, the cosmos, the air, all these in our interactions, in our everyday interactions, we are feeling these energies, and these energies are interacting with our own consciential energies. So you see these two concepts here. These are very important for us to understand when you're talking about these topics today. So immanent energy are all these kinds of energies of the nature that have nothing to do with us, the consciousnesses, with our reasoning, ideas, thoughts. They are clean of thinking of information, right? On the other hand, we have the consciential energy, which is the energy of the consciousness. And this is interesting because the consciousness, as I said before, is the ego, the self, the individuality. So I am a consciousness, you are a consciousness. So everyone, every human being, individuals are consciousnesses, and each one of us have different patterns of energy according to our thoughts, our sentiments, our feelings, our ideas, our actions. So the way that we work, that we function, is what gives our energies that spice, that little thing that people can feel and they can understand how we are. And this is what we call consciential energy. Okay? All right. This have been said. Let's go ahead. And we are going to talk a little about the vehicles of manifestation. So what is this? What are these vehicles, right? In conscientiology, we consider through our research that we as consciousnesses, we manifest ourselves through different bodies. For example, we are the consciousness here, and at this moment, I'm using my physical body, my my hands, my voice, and I'm trying to communicate some ideas to you. And this is the physical body that we know. So we usually say that, for example, me, Tatiana, I am not this body, right? I use this body just like a car, like a vehicle, to manifest my individuality, my ideas, my thoughts, my feelings. And so I know that I'm much more than this body, this physical body, right? So when we say here vehicles of manifestation, we are talking about vehicles like a car that the consciousness utilizes to manifest themselves, right? So we consider that we have 4 different vehicles of manifestation that we call holosoma. Why we have this word? Why we have this neologism? So this is a neologism of conscientiology that has to do with first soma, which means body, right? And holo, which means a set or a group of things. So the holosoma is a set of vehicles, is a set of bodies that the consciousness uses in their day-to-day life, right? So at this very moment here, me, Tatiana, and you guys, all of you as well, are manifesting yourselves through this physical body, but also using other bodies. And this is what I'm going to explain to you right now. So the first one is the soma, the physical body. This is the body that we all know about very well, because in the physical, in the interphysical dimension, we use this body to manifest all the time. And it's more, it's material. We can see, we can feel, and we learn and we use this all the time. So this is pretty common to understand, right? And we have the second body, which is the Energosoma. In this image, we can see this more subtle body between the physical body and this other one in blue. So this is what we call the Energosoma, or also holo chakra, which is the body of the energies. And this is why I highlighted this in bold here in this presentation, because this is the main body that we are going to be, discussing today in this session, right? So the Energosoma is the body of the energies. This is responsible for our vitalization or motivation in our everyday lives. It's when we, for example, wake up in the morning and we are really motivated to start our day. We are full of energy. We are motivated. This means that during the night, while we were sleeping, we were able to have a good night of sleep. Our body was really relaxing, and we were able to absorb energies, extra physical energies, to vitalize our bodies, right? So this happens through the Energosoma. What is the third body that we research in conscientiology? So we call it psychosoma, or the body of the emotions, right? The psychosoma is also another body that we consciousnesses use to manifest ourselves. And in this image, we can see this other body that is more dense than the Energosoma, but not as dense as the physical body. So it's more subtle as well. And we use this body, usually we manifest this body when we have an out-of-body experience. When during the night, for example, when we are sleeping, we just project ourselves, our consciousness, out of the physical body using the psychosoma. So the center of our consciousness, of our ideas, will, and our manifestation, the manifestation of our individuality, is transferred to the psychosoma once we are projected in an extra-physical dimension, right? So when we have a projection of the consciousness, when we see ourselves out of our body, sometimes like hovering in our room, in our bedroom, we look, we see our body, we see our own body, physical body, in bed, on the bed, sleeping, and we are there somewhere outside our body, aware of everything, with your thoughts, with your ideas, with your will. And this is what we call the out-of-body experience of the projection of the consciousness, right? And this is pretty common. This happens to everybody, even though some people sometimes don't remember, or they think it's just a dream. This happens to everyone. And when this happens, we are actually manifesting ourselves in a more subtle dimension using a more subtle body, which is the psychosoma, right? And the fourth body that we research in conscientiology is the mental soma, or the body of the ideas, the reasoning, intellectuality, the memory, the discernment. So all these more evolved traits or skills that the consciousness has that make us evolved beings, right? Have to do with this body, the mental soma, right? And we, just like the psychosoma, when we project ourselves out of the physical body, and we use the psychosoma to manifest ourselves in another dimension, we can also use the mental soma as a vehicle when you have a projection of the consciousness out of our body, but in even more subtle extra physical dimensions that we call the mental dimensions, right? They are different kind of experiences, really more evolved, more impactful, more overwhelming, and we do can experience that as well. So in this image, the mental soma is you can see here just as this ball of energy, right? This circumference here, because when we have an experience using this body, we don't actually feel like this humanoid image that we have of ourselves, of our physical body, and the psychosoma as well, because this body is just has a different physiology. And this is how we feel when we are actually projected out of our physical body using our mental soma. We just don't feel this image or this shape anymore. It's a really different kind of perception. So having said this, right? Now you are more aware of the bodies we are talking about, of the paradigm we are going to be discussing in the session. Let's go ahead. And then we are going to talk about the five main characteristics of the Energosoma. So the Energosoma, as I said before, is our energetic body, is the body of the energies, the body that vitalizes our physical body, or emotional body as well, and the mental soma, the more evolved body that we have, right? And here I'm going to talk about first the shape and the color of the Energosoma. In terms of shape, the Energosoma, as you can see here in this image, it has a humanoid shape, just like our physical body, right? And in terms of color, you can see sometimes different colors according to your state of mind, your ideas, your vitality. This can change, right? The colors, but usually you have your energies have more this, clear, luminous, sometimes yellowish, whitish color. And this is what usually people see when they have some activation of their frontal chakra, which is a center of energy located in this area, really researched in lots of Asian countries and, different kinds of religions and esoteric kind of research. And we do this, and we do actually research these chakras in science conscientiology as well, right? So when, for example, you look at this image and you see this yellowish part of this image, this is what we say, we could say it's part of the Energosoma. So the colors can change, as I said, and this luminosity here, right, that you sometimes can see, we can call it aura as well. So, the aura is this extension of the Energosoma that you can see around a few centimeters around your own body. So if, example, let's give you a practical technique. If you look at yourself in the mirror for around let's see, 5 to 10 minutes. Just focus your attention at yourself on the mirror, and you're going to look at yourself. Stay there. Don't move. And you just look. Focus your attention on your face. After a little while, you might start perceiving this aura. It's like a whitish, luminosity around your face, around your body. And you can do this experiment as well with somebody. Let's imagine you have a partner or a close friend, and you guys want to make this experiment together. There is no danger, okay, guys? It's just natural from our physiology. So there's nothing dangerous about it. So you just look at yourselves, like stay a few meters, maybe 1 meter away from each other. And you can look at each other's forehead, for example, and you just focus that and look, relax, just look, focus your attention. You might be able to see the aura as well. This is pretty simple, and this is very, very, very easy to perceive. So you can do that, and you're going to be able to perceive the aura as well, right? The third aspect of the Energosoma that I want to emphasize here is the discoincidence and projection. So, for example, this energetic body, differently from the physical body, it's much more flexible. So you can expand these energies, you can contract these energies very, very easily. And this happens all the time, right? For example, if you are walking around and you turn the street and when you turn the street, you see something you're not expecting. So you're like impacted and you're like, whoa, what is that? And once you do that, your energies naturally, they contract, for example, because it's something you are not expecting to find. So this happens all the time. If you're more relaxed in your room, in your place, your energies naturally will be more expanded. So this is really flexible and happens all the time. And what is this coincidence? What is this, right? When your energies are when you are really relaxed and you feel your energies really expanded, you might have this coincidence. So your body and your energetic body are at this moment, for example, here, and they're watching me, they are really connected, right? But once I'm more relaxed, I'm not really attentive to the surrounding, these energies can disconnect a little from my physical body and reach other places around me, go further, not be so connected to my physical body. And this is good in a way. For example, if you are walking in nature and you expand your energies and you have this coincidence from your physical body, you are able to interact more with the natural energies, the immanent energies, and feel better. So this is a good thing, right? And the projection as well. So you can project your energies to further from your physical body. For example, if you want to extend your energies to another room, to another place, if you want to feel the energies, you see a large tree and you want to project your energies to that, to the top of that tree, to feel the energies of that tree. Or if you want to extend your energies to assist someone, right? You know someone, you have a friend, they are sick, they are feeling ill, or they are sad for some reason, and you want to send your energies to that person, you can do that as well, right? And so this is a projection of your energies. Number 4, the Energosoma connects the physical body to the emotional body. So remember when I showed you the 4 bodies, the Holosoma, the bodies we manifest ourselves. So when we have a projection out of our bodies, for example, we are sleeping and we project our psychosoma out of our physical body, we are not just leaving our physical body and we are there free in the extra physical dimensions. There is always a connection between your physical body and your emotional body, or your psychosoma, or your mental soma, when you have a projection out of your physical body, when you have an out of body experience, right? And how is this connected? This is connected through the Energosoma. So the Energosoma connects all these bodies. They are not disconnected. They are always connected. We only disconnect these bodies once we go through the biological death, right? When we die, these energies dissipate, and then we start manifesting ourselves using the psychosoma, that more subtle body that we have, and the physical body is discarded, right? It doesn't have life or vitality anymore. That's why, okay? And the another aspect I wanted to share here with you is in terms of vitality. So the Energosoma is the body of vitality, the body of the chakras. So you can see here some chakras, the centers of energy that we have throughout our Energosoma, that makes the connection, that absorbs the energies in our surroundings and transfers these energies throughout our whole body and extra physical bodies as well, right? So let's go ahead. How do these energies impact us? I have this question. I listen to this a lot. Many people ask these questions. Why is it important to learn about the energies? Why does this really matter, right? So I have some things to share with you here to make it more clear, right? The first aspect that I talked a little in the beginning, we live in a sea of energies, right? Whatever is not the consciousness, which means ourselves, right? Ourselves and not other beings as well, is energy. So we are interacting of these energies all the time through our thoughts, our sentiments, and our actions. There is something in conscientiology, an aspect, an element that we study in conscientiology, which we call thought-seeing. What is the thought-seeing? The thought-seeing is the connection, the integration between our thoughts, our sentiments, and our energies. That's why we call it thought-seeing. Thoughts, energies, sentiments, and energies. So we usually say that when we are in our everyday lives, we are sending our energies outwards all the time. We are interacting with our energies all the time. We might not even notice, right? We don't perceive it. We don't even think this exists. We have never thought about it, but this is actually a fact. So our energies impact the surroundings. The way we think, we feel, and we act impacts people, even though they don't even notice that, right? So, and the way our energies impact the surroundings, the energies of the surroundings can impact us as well. And this is the trick. This is why we need to be very aware of the energies we are entering into, right? The fields of energy we are. Because if it's, for example, a very toxic workplace or a very stressful surrounding that you have, you might be feeling well. But if you are absorbing these energies from that space, you are going to start feeling really bad. You're going to be having, just like in this image here, you see, all this rubbish from the energies surrounding you are going to be entering your holosoma, your body, your energies. And this is going to impact your thoughts, your ideas, your sentiments. If it's, for example, a stressful surrounding, you're going to start feeling stressed as well. You're going to feel anxiety. You're going to feel tired, drained. And this happens all the time. This is not because you didn't eat well sometimes or didn't sleep well. Sometimes you slept, you had a great night of sleep. When you woke up, you were feeling great. You had your breakfast, very healthy breakfast, nutritious. You feel good. You worked out. You have a lot of energy. But once you stepped into that environment, it might be your workplace or someone's place or whatever, you immediately start feeling different, feeling tired, anxious, stressed, lack of energy. And why did this happen? If you did your homework well, right? You slept well, you worked out, you ate well. This is probably because of the impact of the energies on your holosoma. So this is why we need to be very aware of this, what I say here in topic 3, the interactions we have in our everyday lives. Sometimes we are talking to someone and for some reason that we know, we usually say that for some reason I started feeling bad, ill after I talked to someone. What is this reason? This reason are the energies, right? Sometimes these people that you are interacting with were really low on their energy levels. And with this interaction with you, they just took some energy from you. And this is natural. This happens all the time. You could be the one who was actually low on energy and took and drained energy from someone else. This is the balance of our intraphysical and energetic life, right? Who has more energies donates their energies to those who don't have much. And this happens, it's a dynamic process. It happens all the time, right? So once you have all this, once you are aware of this and you feel, wow, this environment here is a little toxic. I don't feel well. I need to be there. I cannot run away out of that place, but I need to be there. It's my workplace. It's a meeting. It's something that I can't just, run away from. I have to face it. So if I'm aware of that, I need to do this energy. I need to be aware that I'll be probably assimilating these energies. And if I'm assimilating these energies, I need to create some forms, some ways to prevent myself from being impacted negatively from those energies, right? If I'm aware of that, I need to take some action. And when I take some action, I'm able to do this de-assimilation. So I'm gonna just avoid those energies of my surroundings to enter my own energetic field. And how do I do that, Tatiana? I need to know that, right? So we have some techniques, and this is what I'm going to be sharing with you right now, right? We are going to be talking about the vibrational state. So the vibrational state is an energetic self-defense technique that promotes energetic unblocking and really helps on your overall physical, mental, and energetic balance. So once you learn about this technique, so once you learn about the vibrational state and you learn techniques to install this state, you are going to be able to transit in any kind of environment and not feel drained and not feel bad in case that environment is not really positive, right? Tatiana, are there any requirements to do these techniques? No, there are not any requirements. I mean, I'm lying. There's only one requirement. The only requirement is your willpower. Fabiana, you want to comment?
Yes, I have a question. Exactly this, Tatiana. Thank you. I would like to understand if I don't feel the energies, if I don't have any sensation, and perhaps I have some of the effects, but I consider those effects physical. And if I don't feel anything, how can I work with something I don't feel?
That's really a great question, Fabiana. I'm going to give you an example. So our senses, so we consider we have five senses, right? In our physical body, right? We have the five senses. But even though everyone has these five senses, people feel things differently, right? For example, I'm really blind if I need to see far. I need glasses. But if someone comes to me, we are like walking in the nature, and my partner comes to me and says, Tatiana, look at that bird, so beautiful. And this happens all the time here in Australia because there are so many beautiful birds everywhere. So we are all always watching the nature, and he always comes and he's like, look at that bird. And I'm like, I can't see it. I can't see. There is no bird there to me. I look and I don't see anything, but the bird is there. It's like blue and green, so beautiful. And I'm like, sorry, I can't see it. It's there, but I can't see it. I have eyes. We are talking about our sight, but I still can't see it because I have no glasses on. On the another example, taste, right? Everyone has tastes, unless they have some kind of disability, of course. But we taste, like if we eat spicy food, we taste, right, the spices there, the chili and stuff. But for example, if many Asian countries, their sense of tasting spicy food is really different than mine. So if I eat a Thai food, for example, and I eat the spice they eat all the time, every day, and basically don't feel the spice anymore, I might almost die because it's really, really strong to me. So we are eating exactly the same food, but the sense of taste is totally different. So this is exactly what happens with the energies as well. Some people who have more expanded energies, they are more trained in their energies. They can feel more than other people who are not trained or are not aware or never paid attention to the energies. But the energies are there anyway, just like the spicy food has chili, just like the bird that is flying over there, but I can't see it. The energies are everywhere. If we are trained, we can feel it. But if we don't feel anything, just like the person in your question, right? There is no problem at all if you don't feel the energies. Just keep doing the techniques I'm going to show you now. And with the time and with the practice, your brain is going to start creating these connections. So you're going to be able to start feeling the energies. And once you work a lot with your energies, it's just like a gym. It's like a energetic fitness process. You're going to develop you have your muscles. You're going to have your energetic muscles as well. You're going to feel more the energies. You're going to be impacted. Once you enter a room, you're going to have some signs in your energy showing you some things that are happening in the energetic dimension. So there's no problem at all if you don't understand about the energies, if you don't know about it, if you don't even think this is a reality. Just practice and see what happens, right? Is it okay, Fabiana?
Yes, it is okay. Good to know. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Let's go ahead. If you have any other questions, no problem. Just come in, okay?
Okay.
So let's go ahead to the slide, right? And as I was talking about the vibrational state, no requirements. You need your will, okay, to do it. So how does this technique work? So let me explain every step of the way, okay? If you have never heard about it, if you have never done any energetic practice, not even, yoga or any kind of thing, that's totally fine. You can do it, okay? So the first technique is the technique of the vibrational state, right? We call VS. So if I say VS here anytime, it means the vibrational state. What is the vibrational state? It's a state when you have this whole body in vibration, okay? In energetic vibration. That's why we have this name, right? So your whole body, and you can feel this even in your physical body, right? It's a state of a dynamic vibration in your whole body through your energies. And how does this happen? This is what we are going to talk about now. So the technique is, number one, find yourself a location where you feel comfortable with in the beginning, right? Because you're learning the technique. So find yourself a nice chair. If you have a chair, you're going to sit down. If you have a room, you can close the door and just stay there. Turn your computer off, your cell phone off. Don't find ways to activate your your vision, your hearing. Just make yourself comfortable in a place where you don't have lots of things around you that keep you from focusing on your energies. So this is the first thing. Find a location where you're more calm and you can sit down and relax, right? It could be your room, your bedroom. If you want to lie down, your sofa, that's so fine. Okay. Number two, you're going to start relaxing. How are you going to do that? Close your eyes. Start breathing more deeply, more deep breaths. So you breathe in and then you relax. Keep the air in your lungs for a while. Then you breathe out. And do this just to relax your body. Okay, you're just relaxing at this stage. Okay, you can do this 5 minutes, all good. Okay, once you start doing this and you are not focusing on your surrounding anymore, you're going to number three, focus on your body, and then you're going to focus on your energetic body. But Tatiana, I don't know what it is. Don't worry about this at this stage, okay? Just think about your energies. Try not to imagine the energies because the energies are there, okay? Remember the example I gave you of the bird? So I can't see the bird because I don't have my glasses on, but the birds are there. I don't need to imagine. I know they are there. Same thing. So even though you don't know what your energies are, just think about your energies, and once you focus on your energies here on 3, you're going to start what we call closed circuit. So if you can see this image here, so Fabiana, can you see my mouse cursor here showing the image? Can you see the picture of the mouse? No? Okay.
No, we can't see.
That's okay. I just wanted to make sure. So
Okay.
if you see this image, here you see this girl, right? And you see surrounding her body, you see this whitish luminosity, right? Which is the aura, is part of the energetic body. So once you are sitting down or you are relaxed there in your chair, you are going to try to focus on this energy, and you are going to try to bring these energies to the top of your head, just like in the image there. Okay, you see in the image this whitish luminosity at the top? You're going just to give yourself the direction. Okay, you're gonna tell your brain is gonna tell yourself to send these energies upwards. Okay, and you're gonna do that. Bring all these energies to the top of your head and accumulate these energies in this region, in your head, okay? It doesn't matter, again, if you don't feel anything, don't worry about it, okay? Then you're gonna use your will power to, again, give you the direction to send this, this ball of energy all the way throughout your body till you get to your foot. So you have the ball of energy here. You are focused. You brought your energy to the top of your head. You're going to send these energies all the way to your feet. Doesn't need to be fast, okay? Just try to focus. If you're like lost, you start thinking about your children, your problems, you're going to cut these ideas and you're going to start again. okay? That's why you need your will, all right? So once you do this, you're going to send this energy down to your feet. Once it's there, this ball of energy, you're gonna send it back all the way to your head, and you're gonna do this down, up, down, up. Remember, your body is totally relaxed. Your eyes are closed. You have no noises or no, anything around you, TV on or anything like that, at least in the beginning. So this is just to help you focus, okay? So you have to learn how to practice that, and you're gonna do this. This is just like when you are at the gym. When you start at the gym, you're doing, lifting weights. You don't know how to do it, so you need to concentrate. You need to follow the instructions to do it right. Okay, so this is exactly the same. So you're going to be sending these energies up and down using your will, your concentration, and making this happen. Once you are doing this for a few minutes, you are going to start. You see the movement is I just told you, number 5 movement, up and down, and you're going to be doing that for a few minutes. Once you are comfortable doing that with your mind, okay, your mind is going to set the tone of the experiment, okay? You're not moving your body, you're not using your imagination, you're just doing making your body energetic body move. Just like when I say, can you please open and close your hands? You're not imagining anything. You're not using your imagination to open and close your hands, right? You're just opening and closing. I'm not looking, and I'm just opening and closing my hands. Same thing with the energies. But since you are beginning to do that, it's going to take a while till you master this, right? Number 6, expansion. So once you start this movement, you're going to feel sooner or later, this is going to happen. You're going to start feeling your field of energy expanding. It's expanding a little more, right? And you're going to expand these energies. You're going to keep doing the movement, sending these energies, this, ball of energies up and down. And here in the 7th, you see number 7 here, the seventh step, you're going to speed up this process. Once you are circulating your energies up and down, your brain is sending this direction, right, to your energies. You're going to speed up this process. You're going to put more speed up and down, up and down, up and down. And you're going to do that. Remember, your body is still, you're doing this with your will, okay? Focusing on your energies. So you might be feeling something at this stage, okay? After a few minutes, you're going to put this speed, okay? Up and down throughout your whole body, inside and out. Don't imagine the energy going outside only. No, it goes throughout your body, your brain, your systems, everything. So once you speed up the process, you're going to speed it more and more and more and more, till you don't even perceive anymore if you're going up or down, okay? Once this happens, there will be this very specific moment that you're going to feel this vibration starting in your whole body. So when this happens, you achieve level 8, which is the VS, the vibrational state. So when you install the vibrational state, you just are not feeling the energies going up or down. You are not feeling any specific point of your body, of your energies. You're not giving any command for the energy to go back and forth. It just happens automatically. It's like a state that is installed through this technique, okay? Let me show you something here just to illustrate, okay? So we have these 3 stages. of the VS, of the vibrational state. So the first one, it's called closed circulation, as I told you. So you're focusing the energy at the top of your head, then you're sending these energies all the way to your feet, then all the way up to your head, and back and forth for a few minutes. Then 2, here in the image, speed. You're going to speed up this process. Send the energies down and then back up for a few minutes as well. Speeding up. Make it faster and faster and faster. Each time faster. Okay? When you do it so fast for a few minutes, you're going to notice that you achieve level 3, stage 3, which is actually the vibrational state. This is the vibrational state. You're going to feel like, just as in the image, you see all these energies surrounding in and throughout your whole body, in a state of vibration, in an intense vibration. And you can feel this vibration, and you can feel other things as well. And I'm going to show you later on, okay? But this is what we want to achieve. Step 1 and 2, they are good, they're great, because you start feeling the energies. If you have never felt anything, if you keep practicing, this is like a recipe, okay? If you're doing just closed circulation, in the beginning you might not feel anything, but then you can feel something. It's motivating for you, gives you, motivation to, move forward. And then when you speed up, you're going to feel more your energy. But what we really want is to install the vibrational state. This is what's going to help us actually transit in any kind of environment and feel protected with our energies, okay? Let me go to the next slide, because I want to talk about some things here that are important as well. So how does the vibrational state feel like? How do you feel when you achieve the vibrational state? Fabiana, you want to ask a question?
No, it's just say that we don't have much time, perhaps a few minutes to finish, because we have certain time. I do have a question from Eliane. She's asking if I can also use vibrational states when I am projected out of my body.
Yes, definitely. Yes, you can use this technique when you have an out-of-body experience. Why do you do that? To expand your energies and also to absorb the energies of the extra-physical dimensions, right? The cosmos, the nature, to make you more vitalized. You sure can do that, right? You can do that. And Fabiana, thank you so much for your message. I'll do my best to finish now in the last few minutes, okay? Like a few minutes and I'm done, and you can ask other questions. Thank you.
Good.
Okay, so how does it feel like? Continuous electric shocks. You can feel little shocks in your body. Vibrations, sensation of fire, prickling, tingling in your body that is not physical. This has to do with the energies, okay? An internal engine, energetic balance, serenity. You feel really, really well, okay? And technique 2, this one is pretty easy. Exteriorization of energy. So you have the vibrational state, you will feel really well and vitalized. And if you are in a situation just like in this image, you're going to start a meeting. You can send your energies, your qualified energies, your balanced energies outwards to the room, to prepare, for example, for a meeting. You come before the meeting starts, you work with the vibrational states, you send your energies to clean the room, to prepare the room for that meeting. This is really interesting. And this can make your meeting, for example, flow much, much better, okay? How do you do that? Using your will again, right? And the last technique, absorption of energies. This is the opposite. Once you exteriorize your energies, you send your energies outwards, just like a water sprinkler, you see? In this third one, you're going to do the opposite. You're going to send the energy from the environment to your body, energetic body, okay? You're going to use your will again, and you're going to drain the energies of the environment And when can you do that? When you are sure that the energies that are surrounding you are positive, are clean. The cleanest the energy, the better. So if you are in nature, if you are walking on the beach, this is the best moment to observe the energies, okay? And last thing I want to say before we go to the comments is that for you to achieve a good level of your vibrational state, you need to do this technique many times during the day, at least 20 times, okay? All this process. Oh, but it's so hard. It is in the beginning, but once you develop this skill, it's just like gym fitness, right? Once you are energetically fit, you can install the vibrational state walking, talking, when you answer the phone, when you are walking in the airport, when you are in the traffic. You can do this all the time to keep your energetic balance. And Fabiana, that's it for now. If you have any questions, I'm happy to
Yes.
answer.
Thank you. It was a very good exposition, Tatiana. It's a pleasure having you here. Yes, I do have two questions. The first is when I am very agitated, when I am inside a meeting, like you just said, and suddenly I became very agitated. Do you think this might have some connection with energies? And is there a way I can make it better, make myself feel better?
Yes, that's a good question. So this happens all the time. And when this happens to me, what I do is, first thing, keep my awareness mode on to see first, is it something that I did myself? Am I anxious? Did I leave home anxious about something? Is there something, am I worried about something? Is it something that maybe I'm tired, I didn't sleep well, I have a problem at home? What is this? And if nothing is wrong with me, then I go to the second level, the energies. How is the energetic space here? How can you have a gauge of that? How are people in this environment feeling? How do you feel them? Are they like agitated? Are they stressed? Are they worried? So the energetic average of the room, for example, has to do with the average of what the people are doing there, thinking, feeling. So if most of the people are stressed, the energies will be corresponding to that. So this happens, this can be. And what can you do? Work with your energies, vibrational state, to block, yourself. It's like an alma, right? So the energies from the surroundings don't come and affect you.
This is so. What you just mentioned is that I might have picked something from others inside
Yes.
that meeting. Right.
Yes.
Interesting. Aha.
Yeah, that's it. Just like, for example, if you are eating some food and then you notice that the food was prepared by not very well prepared, and for you it's just food, but someone's hands who were like working with the food didn't do it well, and you feel well because of that. It's the same thing like the energy. So if someone else is not well and they are in that environment, their energies are impacting, are giving that color or that spice, in this case, toxic, right? And if you are not aware and you are absorbing those energies, naturally, this happens naturally. It's just like breathing, you breathe the air, that has a COVID virus, you catch COVID. You didn't see, you didn't feel, you didn't notice. Same thing with toxic energies. You absorb those energies, you don't even know. And let's say that your armor would be the vibrational state, would be your mask, would be your vaccine, so to protect you from that. And you can do that all the time, right?
Right. I like the example with COVID because it's my vaccine, the vibrational state. And that brings me to the last question for today, which is out of other energetic techniques, you mentioned before yoga and other techniques, why do you think the vibrational state is more different for you to bring today here?
Fabiana, I guess the main benefit of the vibrational state, I would say three main benefits, differences. The first one is that it's the most democratic kind of technique that I know, because you don't need to have any kind of religion to believe in anything, to follow any kind of line of knowledge, esoteric or anything, because it's a technique that has to do just with you and yourself and your will. You don't need any other, you don't need rocks, you don't need stones to give you energy, you don't need anything. You can be by yourself in the middle of the void, and your will be the power to make you feel the vitality and your self-defense. I guess this is one of them. Second aspect, it's a very practical technique. It's very like step by step, three things. You concentrate your energy, circulate your energy, speed it up, and then you achieve the vibrational state that will give you the defense that you need. And the third aspect that that I believe, that I'm sure that this technique is why it's different from other techniques, is that you can do this pretty much anywhere. You can do this on the phone, you can do this driving your car. Of course, if you master it, if you need a lot of concentration, you have to be by yourself for a while until you develop it better, right? But you can do it pretty much anywhere, and even in extra physical dimensions, just like Eliane had just asked in that question. So it's really flexible. You can do it everywhere.
Great. So then with the practice, Tatiana, what you were saying is that this vibrational state technique will become like a second nature for me, right?
Exactly. This is the best answer I could say. Yeah, definitely.
Okay. And just to conclude, I would like you to repeat again, summarizing the steps again from the vibrational state, as you mentioned. Could you just reinforce the steps, the first and second and third step, for people who are, let's say, turning on the computer now and they want to...
yes, sure. I can do this pretty quick. Yes, 30 seconds. It's so easy. That's why I love it. Mm-hmm. So first thing, you're going to focus your attention to relax, right? You're going to relax, breathe in, breathe out, relax. Second step, you're going to concentrate your attention, your energy at the top of your head. You don't know what energy is, it doesn't really matter. Focus your attention on the top of your head and start accumulating your energy there. You're going to then send these energies all the way to the feet and then up. And this is a closed circuit, right? Up and down. You speed it up, speed it up, speed it up until like you don't even notice anymore. It's like so fast. And once this happens, and then you start feeling the vibrational state, which is what we want to achieve. And this can be achieved in like 2 minutes, 1 minute, 5 minutes. It really depends on your fitness, energetic fitness. But if you keep doing it, it's going to be really easy to do that.
That's good. Very good. Thank you very much for all this fantastic explanation. I wish we have, again, more and more time to debate. The energy is a fantastic world. And I see Claudia is here. Claudia? Hello? You have no sound, Claudia. We cannot hear now.
We have a question here from Kanako. Okay, can you read it, please, Fabiana?
I cannot see the question. Let me see.
Yes.
Spine better to be straight? Is that?
Oh, that's a good question.
Okay.
If you are starting to practice this technique, if you stand up, it's easier. It's going to be easier. If you stand up, of course, if you feel like you're going to close your eyes, so you might not feel very comfortable. You might be afraid to fall. Just sit down. And once you sit down straight. Okay. You don't like just relax in a way that your back is like not very well taken care of. Okay. But once you master this technique, you can do it lying down, sitting down, walking, and all that.
That's great. Okay, I think we are arriving at the end. I really want to say thank you very much, Tatiana, for being here with us. And I want to thank the entire team that helped a lot this webinar, also Claudia and the team, Marlon as well, that helped this webinar to become a reality. It's a very important clarification. I think we can say one of the most important techniques. If you think on learning energy, we will need vibrational states, right, Tatiana?
That's it. Thank you so much. And we are going to be, this is just a sneak peek of the fundamentals course, right? And in the course that we have 20 hours, we are going to be discussing with much, much more detail, all the steps of the vibrational states, details of bioenergy, parapsychic phenomena, out-of-body experiences, life program, consciousness evolution, and all that. So we are going to be having this course starting on September the 3rd here in Australia, and September the 2nd in Brazil and Vancouver. And if you want to know more, just contact us, and we are going to be more than happy to explain to you how the course works, a lot of practical experiences, techniques as well, to help people develop their parapsychism.
That's great. We will be waiting for all of you on September the 2nd, starting soon this course. And we want to reinforce all to join us in Reaprendencia International and follow us on the social media. It will be a pleasure getting in contact with you all. And this is all. Thank you very much for being here and for all of you that have been participating with us. And I hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.